Alright, so... Where's this plot thing? Oh, it's all the way up there. What is that? Ooh, let's grab it. Delicious. Delicious clan crest. We need more of those. We need more of that in our lives. Bum ba dum bum 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 ba dum bum bum. I don't see any fire breathers. Yeah, let's just auto this. It's fine.
I'm up.
I like the effect on that kick. Alright, good. One more down.
You want to go? Let's go.
Oh my gosh, guys. I just realized. We need to look and see what Nanba's bond level stuff is at like now. Because he was locked for forever. Hold up. Okay, we're now detouring. We are detouring hard. Alright, let's get her out, him in, yeah, like that. Oh, and Nanba, you need gear, bro. He does not need that anymore. That looks pretty good. You, however, do need that. What's this, an old fountain pen? Boosting amount of job XP, okay. Oh, I see different characters have a different item to do that, huh? That doesn't do more, but I was hoping that would be like, you also do more fire damage, but that's totally not what that does. Well, let's go to survive.
I'm ready for anything.
Hey, Eri-chan. When's your birthday?
Oh, it's April 7th.
Oh, yeah? And what's your favorite food? Hey, he's not flirting with her, is he?
Cute girls are kind of his downfall, and Eri-chan definitely fits the bill.
All right, I got it. Eri-chan, you're a Black Panther.
What does that mean?
A Black Panther?
That's a little fortune-telling trick that gives you an animal based on your birthday and interests. I'm a Chihuahua myself. Ooh, and hey, you and I are a good match.
Holy shit, is he really using the oldest trick in the book?
Right? Fortune-telling flirting is really dating him.
That seems like it comes out of the 70s, man.
Actually, I prefer pandas. Wouldn't you rather be a panda?
Huh? Well, I don't know about that. I mean, that's not really what I'm getting at.
Oh, that's too bad.
Wow, talk about striking out. And a chihuahua?
Really?
Seriously?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
I feel sharp as a knife.
Mysterious fruit, exactly the thing you want to harvest. All right, well, let's start with Nanba.
You drinking, Nanba?
Oh, Ichiban. I'm glad you're here. We need to talk.
We do? Is it something serious?
Look,
I hope not.
I need to tell you I'm sorry. For lying.
You mean about chasing the counterfeit
Yeah, you
bill?
should be sorry.
Yeah. Think you can forgive me?
Come on, you know we're past that. What's important is your brother got released. All's well that ends well, right? That said, maybe now's a good time to tell me if there's any other holes in your story. You really were a nurse at some point, right?
One hopes.
Of course I was a nurse. How else could I have brought you back from the brink of death?
Good point. Then, what about the part where you sold hospital meds? Didn't you say that's how you got your nursing license revoked?
Well, that's the short version, but it's more complicated, actually.
What do you mean?
You'll be the first person I've ever told this to, so I hope you plan on sitting for a while.
Yeah, man, I'm all ears.
Okay. What is the story?
Back in elementary school, I read about Florence Nightingale.
What?
That's when I knew I was meant to be a nurse. Helping the sick, people being grateful for it, it's all I ever wanted in life. But when I finally put on my scrubs, it was different. Endless late shifts, difficult patients, never a word of thanks. Eventually, I just stopped caring. Little by little, I started cutting corners any way I could. I'd pretend not to hear the intercom, and instead, I'd go doze off somewhere. By the time I hit 40, I had no idea why I ever went into the
So
field.
you just burned out, dude. We
Then
get it.
one day, this new girl named Mizue showed up. And in her introduction, she brought up who else but Nightingale.
Just like you, huh?
We had the same role model, but she still had her spirit. She would rush toward every patient in the ward, never missed a beat. On top of that, she always had the sweetest smile.
So, you had a thing for her.
Are you kidding me? She was 23 and a looker, and I was just a middle-aged loser.
You were a burnout.
Ever seen those old dudes walking around with hot young arm candy? You gotta be like those guys.
Well, those guys also have cash to spare.
Not always. If you could clean up a little and stay on top of the trends, I bet you'd be covered in ladies, instead of pigeon shit.
Wow. Can't believe you'd say that to my face.
Brutal, dude.
But you're probably right.
Anyway, back to Mizue-chan. What happened?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Whenever I saw her working, I could feel my old self coming back. That young version of me, who used to give it his all.
Well, that's a good sign.
That
If
is.
only I had half her stamina and wasn't twice her age. Anyway, one night I was a little sleepier than usual, so I went out to the back lawn, thinking maybe I could sneak in a nap. And suddenly, I heard a noise from behind. I turned around to find the storeroom we keep the medicine in wide open, and Mizue-chan was walking out alone.
Was she restocking? I mean, if you were slacking off, she was probably having to bust her ass.
Well, that's the thing. In our hospital, only the pharmacists have access to the storeroom. Mizue-chan and I were just nurses. We didn't even need to go in there.
Then what was she doing?
Well, at the time,
Stealing
there was
meds.
a rumor floating around the hospital.
Uh-oh.
Medicine would keep disappearing. The list never matched the inventory. According to the rumors, someone was swiping medicine and selling it. Illegally.
No way. And that was Mizue-chan?
It was. As my eyes adjusted, I could clearly see her arms were full of medicine boxes.
But why would she need to sell medicine?
From what I heard, her parents were under a mountain of debt. So, to lighten some of their load, Mizue-chan was paying everything she could. But a single nurse's salary wouldn't get them out of the hole. No way.
That makes
So she
sense.
was
So you
stealing
took
the
the
meds
fall
to do
for
it?
her, huh?
Yep. And I was the sole eyewitness. Thing is, Mizue-chan never noticed me there. Now, if it was you, Ichiban, what would you have done?
Well, calling her out on it would seem to be the right thing to do. But I guess she wasn't stealing it just to be a criminal, huh?
Not in the slightest. She was only doing it for her family. I mean, yeah, she was breaking the law, but she wasn't trying to hurt anyone.
Plus, getting caught would cost her her job. Then the debt would only have gotten worse. With all that in mind,
Yeah?
I'd say it's a pretty tough call to make.
Huh. Now you're on the same page I was. Anyway, in the end, all I could do was watch her walk away without saying a word. If there ever was a criminal who deserved a free pass, it was Mizue-chan. That was what I thought at the time, so I turned a blind eye.
And what happened after that?
It wasn't long before Mizue-chan's actions caught up with her. The hospital director decided to get the police involved and started gathering evidence.
He waited that long to take action?
Well, he was trying to resolve it internally, being that the hospital's reputation was at stake. I guess he got sick of having a thief under his nose, so he escalated it to the next logical step.
But if the cops caught Mizue-chan stealing, that'd be bad news.
She'd have a police record and her name in all the papers.
Yeah,
To be honest, it was
that's
only
what
a matter of
happens when you
time.
break the law. It's
She had
true.
her whole life ahead of her. Now, how could that happen to someone so young? And on the other hand, you've got me. A guy who totally burned out. A guy who couldn't be further from Florence Nightingale. Better a saint like Mizue-chan stay at the hospital than a sack of shit like me, wouldn't you say?
Nanba? Are you telling me you...
Yeah. I went up and confessed to the whole thing. Stealing, selling, and all.
And that's how you lost your nursing license?
Yep. No, and I got fired too. Naturally.
Man, you went all out for that girl. Did she ever contact you after that? Even a call or a letter?
Not that I'm aware. In a matter of hours, I was out of a job and out on the streets.
You regret any of it?
Well, my brother disappeared not long after, so even if I didn't get canned, I would have quit on my own anyway. So, no, to answer your question. Though I do have to admit, I would like to see Mizue-chan off when she goes overseas.
She's going overseas?
Yeah. She always dreamed of running off to some developing country where they really need medical professionals.
She took that Nightingale shit seriously.
The
Apparently,
hospital
yeah.
had an international dispatch program available to staff nurses with at least 3 years tenure. This year would be Mizue-chan's third, and I know she would take advantage of it.
Well, in that case, why not go say farewell?
If only I could. For starters, I don't even know when she leaves.
Maybe if you ask one of your old nurse buddies, they'll tell you.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm the little rat who stole the medicine, if you forgot that detail. They want nothing to do with me.
Well, hello, boys. Don't worry, the life of the party's here. Care to bring me
Way
up
to show up.
Oh, Sachan. Wait, are you drunk?
I think you're drunk. Now, fill me in, if you please.
Oh, Nanba here was going off on one of his hobo horror stories again.
Hobo horror stories?
Well, no house means no toilet, right? Care to guess what he had to do when he had the shits?
Yeah, I'd rather not.
I'd rather not as
Here
well.
I was, thinking I'd get actual substance out of two grown men instead of literal crap.
Thanks for covering for me.
I got you, man.
I don't mind if we let Saeko know at some point, but preferably not when she's plastered.
Yeah, no kidding.
Okay, well, I don't think I had too much to say about that, but that was pretty cool. Now I can become a fortune teller. All right. So you think this is going to go up the same way where we beat people up and he gets more, or think we got to wait for another plot point?
Hello, Kasuga-san. I must say this place is quite comfortable.
Yeah, ain't it? Also, seriously, man, how's a guy make drinking alone look so cool? Guess it's easy when you're as handsome as you.
That's kind of you to say. Why don't you let me buy you a drink?
Yo, for real? Hey, now you're speaking my language, man.
You certainly are a mysterious one, Kasuga-san. Sungri speaks highly of you as well. I dare say it makes me jealous.
Oh, come on. Speaking of, have you been with her long? You've got this butler and lady of the house thing going on.
It's only been 3 years since I was brought into the Komijul. I can't say it's been long.
No shit.
Man, I
Until
thought he was like
then,
a
I was with a
Gomi
group
Jewel
called the
veteran, but I
Jingon
guess
Mafia.
not. Like a
I
Gomi
was
Jewel
the
noob.
leader's body double.
Body double? You mean like a decoy? Just like the real thing?
Indeed. If my master was ever targeted by our enemies, I was to be killed in his place. That was my duty.
I didn't figure people still did that kind of stuff. Wait, does that mean your face is...
An imitation, yes. What you see is a result of
Large scale.
plastic
Ugh.
surgery.
Okay.
But I'll have you know my previous face was rather handsome as well. A shame not a single picture of it exists anymore.
Really? Out the window then, huh?
In a manner of speaking, yes.
So that means Joon-Gi Han isn't your real name either, right? What's your real name then?
Surely we're not that close yet, are we?
Come on. First step in becoming friends is calling each other by name, right?
Well, isn't this awkward? I'm afraid I'm the type to want a bit more distance with people.
That how it was with the Jingon Mafia? From the name, I'm guessing it was some sort of Korean Yakuza-like thing?
Weren't you once a member of the Tojo clan, Kasuga-san? I'm surprised you've never heard of the Jingon Mafia.
I was in the clink for a long time.
The Jingon Mafia
Oh, he called
and
it the
Tojo
Clink.
clan clashed in the 1980s, long before you were serving time.
The 80s? Dude, that's 40 years ago. I was just a baby back then. Doubt I even had hair.
Yes, I had yet to be born myself. Regardless, early in the decade, the Tojo clan attacked the Jingon Mafia and massacred a great number of them. Around 30 or so.
30?
Back then, Kamurocho was the most sought-after territory in all of Asia. I've heard the conflicts for control were rather intense. The Tojo clan was incredibly strong, and they made sure it was a well-known fact.
Still, to off 30 of them is...
To get their revenge, the Jingon Mafia main arm in Korea sent even more members to Japan. Some of them
Why?
as undercover agents. But deception is a tricky business, and all who could not strike at the heart of the Tojo clan were considered failures and forbidden from returning. In the end, those that couldn't carry out the mission were abandoned and left without any place to go. One of them happened to be my father.
Then, you were born here, in Japan.
Yes, but be that as it may, I don't recall being welcomed here. I wasn't even accepted by any Korean communities either. My family was treated like slime and kicked out from wherever we went. We came to be called the Stray Jingon Mafia, running away whenever we were discovered.
Slimes who run away, huh?
Okay. Axel that's just weird.
Stray Jingon Mafia ain't bad, but personally, I think Maverick sounds a hell of a lot cooler.
Maverick. One that strayed from the herd. Maverick Jingon Mafia is a bit of a mouthful, though, isn't it? It's a little much.
Is it any worse
I
than
guess you're
Stray?
right. Stray Jingon it is.
But I will give you points for style, if nothing else.
Thanks. So, what happened to the Stray Jingon after that?
Enter the 21st century.
21st
The winter
century.
of 2006. Around the time I turned 20, the Jingon Mafia from the mainland made an all-out assault against the Tojo clan. But even as that happened, the stray Jingon Mafia received not a word of warning. We were left completely in the dark. Our fathers were entirely forgotten by the countrymen that sent them here.
You don't say. I might know a guy who could sympathize with that.
Oh?
Yeah, he's right in front of you. I got tossed out by my family and locked up for 18 years.
Yep. Let's go, dude.
That's right. That must be why I can't bring myself to hate you, Kasuga-san.
That's it.
So,
we're not really going
what
in.
happened to the Jingon's big all-out
yeah!
attack?
Sounds like the name of a Godzilla movie. Jingon Mafia's all-out attack.
For careful planning, they were ultimately crushed by the Tojo clan. Ironically, those that survived came from all over to join those of us in the stray Jingon Mafia. It was a miserable sight. Both sides cut off from home and left with no choice but to band together in the social sewer of a country that wasn't theirs.
Sounds like you struggled. You wouldn't know it from looking at you, though.
I could say the same to you.
Yeah, finally starting to warm up to me?
It would seem so. I haven't been acting much like myself today. I had a great time drinking with you, Kasuga-san. I truly mean that.
So whatever happened to the real Joon-Gi Han? What's he up to now?
He revived the Jingon Mafia roughly 3
Oh,
years
yeah.
ago. And at that time, had taken over a considerable portion of Kamurocho. But he was shot in the head and killed. I was absent at the time.
And it all came crashing down, huh? Wait, then that means... Can't you use your real name now? Why keep up the body double thing? You're not trying to become the real Joon-Gi Han, are you?
Who can say? But that's none of your concern.
Oh,
is
this
it,
could be an
Kasuga-san?
interesting plot to see play out.
Or
Okay.
am I wrong?
Nah, you got me there.
Farewell.
This
Okay.
is not the type to open up so easily. I'll just have to keep drinking with him.
Well, both of these were kind of interesting things, man. Oh, level 1 bond right there. Bam! Okay, so we can give people gifts. So beating people up is not the only way to, like, level up. Give him a bonsai, too. Right, that's a little disturbing, but thank you.
Kasuga-san.
Alright. Well, you know what? We hit 1:30 a.m. here. I should probably get to bed, so... Wonderful people that have joined me tonight. And if you're like XLG and you haven't said anything, well, Oh, wait, there's XLG talking. More. Yeah, well, you can get more in like 8 hours or whatever, dude, when I get up in the morning. So, I will see you all then. Or something like that. I don't know. Let's look real quick. Is there anybody streaming, playing something like this? Oh, John's playing Timberborn. He was playing that yesterday, wasn't he? Oh, it's like a city builder or something? That looks kind of fun. I'm not going to raid him, but I am going to go watch him. You all take care. Bye-bye.